Jen,
Shelley, and Robin.
Today we're going to talk about our favorite everyday sunscreens for our three skin types. I'm oily skin, Robin is normal to dry, and Shelley is
Acne-prone, sensitive, oily, and dehydrated.
a bunch of problems.
Everything you do not want.
So my favorite holy grail sunscreen is this one from La Roche-Posay. It's 50 SPF and PA+++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++ It's called the Aqua Fresh Gel. There's a lot of names on this. Just remember this packaging, okay? And I'll link it down below. Anyways, this sunscreen is really good because it is really thin. It soaks up into my skin really nicely. After I apply it, leaves like a slight glow on my face. So it's not completely matte, but it leaves a slight glow on my face that makes it look healthy. And under my foundation, it actually makes my foundation look a bit more glowier. I'm wearing it right now. So yeah, this is my favorite. This is a relatively new find. This is my second favorite one. It's Uemura Stage Performer Block Booster Protective Moisture Primer based, oh no wait, that's French. I will link it down below. This is more accessible, I feel like. You can buy it in Sephora, any place that has Uemura would sell this. The thing about this one that's different from the other one, like the consistency is pretty similar. It's also watery. It's like slightly moisturizing but not heavy at all, and it soaks into the face really well. But then this one has a slight tint to it. The shade I'm using is Natural Beige. It's not super obvious on the skin. This also doubles as a makeup primer. They have one in like pink, I think, that is supposed to be brightening, but I didn't choose that one because I feel like it would just make my face look really pink. But they do have a colorless one that's pretty good, and this one doesn't really have a very strong smell, which is very good as well.
Just on a side note, I have very sensitive skin and also combo skin, so it gets like very oily. I think even more oilier than Jen, but also very dehydrated, and it could be drier than Robin as well. And on top of that, I have very acne prone skin too, so it took a lot of years to figure out like what works for my skin, and I have found two products that do work. So the first one is the La Roche-Posay UV Idea XL Tone Up Light Cream. It has a SPF of 50 plus and UVA of a PA+++++, 4 pluses. So they're both like on the highest range of the SPF and the PA level. This one is really good because it immediately soaks into the skin and it does not leave any residue or like a film that sits on your skin. It soaks into the skin. It also is very lightweight. So it kind of feels like when you like apply it and you like, smear it onto your skin, it's like white in color, but it kind of like dissolves into a watery consistency. So that's why it absorbs really well. It also has like a tone up effect, which is so true. It has like a brightening effect, so it's perfect for days when I want to have like a no makeup look. It does not break me out. It does not make me oily. It hydrates because it has glycerin and squalene, which is like a humectant, an emollient that helps moisturize the skin as well. So this is really good. Second, this is a very straightforward sunscreen. I got this in Australia and it was $6 AUD, which is $30 Hong Kong, which is $4 US. It's very similar to my first one. It's called the Sun Sense by Ego. It's the moisturizing face one. It's SPF 50 as well, and it has UVA and UVB protection. It doesn't say like how many PAs it has, but I think it's because it's like an Australian brand and usually PAs, they only mention that in Asia. Also, it has vitamin B3, niacinamide, so that would like close up my pores, which I need as well. I think even for like dry skin or oily skin or whatever skin, this would work so well.
So my skin type is dry and I can't have sunscreens that peel on me. They need to be moisturizing, and this is the sunscreen that I've been using for the past 5 years. It's called the Aloe Watery Sun Daily. There's SPF 50 and PA+++. And so I've been using this before my foundation and it works really well with it. I really like how it doesn't have a cast, and I really like how moisturizing it is. The smell is depending on what you like. I mean, I'm okay with the smell. I think some people might not like the smell. My dry skin absorbs this really quickly, so I can quickly put on foundation. I don't have to wait that long to put on foundation, and it works well with my concealer as well. Okay, second sunscreen is this one. This is the Body Shop Skin Defense Multi Protection Essence, SPF 50 and also 4 PA+++++. So this is cruelty free and it's also like watery base. It's really good for dry skin because your skin just takes this all up and it leaves a kind of like a glow after you finish applying it. If you don't like your sunscreen with a fragrance, this might not be the best one for you because this one actually smells rosy. Might not be good if you have sensitive dry skin. So I like this one more.
First off, Jen and I have oily skin, but I have dehydrated as well. And matte sunscreens don't work on us really well, especially this one from Chantecaille.
And I know you oily skin people, we're used to like matte foundations, powder, all of matte on your face because you don't want the oil to shine through. But I feel like with sunscreen, you have to be very careful with this, especially if you're applying makeup. Because a lot of matte sunscreens, what they do is basically form like a film over your face, kind of like how silicone primers work.
Yeah.
And it just pills like a mofo.
This is a silicone primer. Sunscreen primer.
Yeah, this is a sunscreen by Hada Labo, a Japanese brand. It's called UV White Gel, and like the consistency of it is literally like Elmer's glue. So it forms like a film on your face that is like matte, and it's great for people who don't want to wear foundation because you don't have a pilling issue, and it's very moisturizing and it's matte. But if you're putting makeup on top of it, it's just gonna pill.
This one is like you have to shake it, and when you apply, it's very oily at first.
What is yours called? The
Chantecaille Anti-Glycation Primer. It's really oily, and then when you rub it out, it turns matte. And it's supposed to be a primer, kind of like a primer, but it has like SPF 50, I think. But
it feels like a silicone primer, like a pure primer. Like it doesn't feel, smell, or anything like a sunscreen.
Because I have really like oily skin as well, I thought I should go for these kind of primer sunscreen, but I don't think that's the case. It doesn't really absorb it into the skin, and it just leaves like a film on top of my skin. So throughout the day, it gets even oilier. And because of that, I can see my pores opening by the end of the day, and it wasn't.
Which is funny because it's supposed to be a primer and it's supposed to hide pores, but then it like made things worse. So
if you have dry skin and your skin peels and it cracks and it is like really dry and it's just you need moisturizer, you need to really be careful with choosing oily sunscreen like Anessa. Yeah. Because oily sunscreen seems good because you're dry, you need oil, right? No, it's not good because what happens is that like the oil just forms a residue on your face and it doesn't absorb. And if your face is not actually moisturized enough before you put on the oil, your skin is still dry and it's just dry skin
just sits on top.
Under
That's
oil.
So bad.
So basically like with my dry skin, I really like aqua or water-based or aloe vera based sunscreens that my skin can easily absorb.
You know, I think there's a reason for oil in sunscreens though. It's because it's water repellent, and if you're going out for like a longer period of time and you're going to be like in the pool or at the beach or something, then maybe oil would do some good there. But for this video, we're just talking about like daily facial sunscreens.
Yeah.
Okay, so now we're going to give you guys some tips on mastering the application of sunscreen, because just finding a good sunscreen isn't it. Like, you also have to know how to apply it.
Every day after your skincare face wash, serum, essence, whatever, moisturizer, after all that, you should wait until everything soaks in and settles down before you apply your sunscreen, or else you would see like little random flaky stuff pilling.
You risk pilling.
Yeah, you risk pilling, and it's just not a good look.
After you apply your sunscreen, let's say like you wait after your skincare, you apply sunscreen, you should also still wait until that sunscreen absorbs. Otherwise, you're just gonna do the same thing and it's gonna pill when you put your foundation on.
Oh yeah.
It's so sad. Like, I've done this so many times when you have like your sunscreen on and you're like, yeah, I'm ready for the day, and you start putting on foundation. Like, you start with the concealer and you do this, and it just like
gotta remove it now.
Like balls of concealer just coming off, and you're just like, god damn it.
So another tip is to apply it on basically all the exposed areas of your body, especially your hands if you're driving, or your neck. Necks actually really show your age. Okay, so now that it's COVID, people are wearing masks, and don't think that because you're wearing a mask it's going to protect you from the sun. You need to apply sunscreen on your full face even though you're wearing a mask, because mask only has, like, I think there was a study that showed that masks only have an SPF sun protecting factor of 8, which is like nothing.
8?
Yeah, 8.
Yeah.
SPF 8.
Honestly, like
Worse than the
sunscreen
stick.
shouldn't even be like an extra thing in your life anymore. It should be as regular in your skincare as cleanser, toner, like any other shit that you use in your skincare. Sunscreen should be part of it.
Yeah, word. You gotta apply sunscreen every single day, even if you're at home. We're at home right now, but we're in front of the window, so you have to apply sunscreen whenever you get a little bit of sun exposure. It's just a good habit to have.
Even on a cloudy day.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
even on a rainy day. Like
And especially if
That's
you're
right.
going on a plane. Oh my goodness.
on one side of your face, nah, put it. I don't know.
Just put sunscreen on, guys.
That's why picking a good sunscreen is so important because it's gonna encourage you to use it more. I used to hate sunscreen because in my mind, sunscreen is oily, it's thick, it's annoying to apply, and it stinks.
Yeah.
But like now I discovered all these like gems that work. So for everyday use, I think the general rule is to go for an SPF of at least 30 to 50 and then a PA. So PA ratings, it goes from some UVA protection to 2 pluses, which is moderate, 3 pluses is high, and then 4 is like the strongest. I would be most comfortable going with PA of 3 pluses or higher. Yeah, because I mean moderate is like, what does that even mean? Just go for high, man. Some sunscreens might not have the PA rating on it because I feel like PA is more like an Asian thing. I'm not sure, but like a lot of sunscreens have broad spectrum on it, and that basically means that there's both UVA and B protection.
If your foundation only has SPF and you're like, it's okay, I don't need sunscreen, then that's going to really hurt you in the long term.
It's because UVA rays penetrate deeper into the skin, and that's the crap that causes all the worst things like skin cancer, wrinkles, aging, sagging, all of that stuff. UVB penetrates on the top layer of the skin that causes things like redness, inflammation, and burning.
So you need a combo of both.
It's not
At
enough to
best.
just have SPF.
Exactly.
Yeah. Okay, so if you enjoyed this video, let us know what video you would like to see next.
And please like and subscribe to us.
Subscribe to us.
And we'll see you next time.